I knew him before, but like I didn't have his class, so like I think he subbed for my class one time, and we had like a really good conversation, and I knew that he was gonna be going because what is his name? I knew he was gonna be going because I was talking about something to these girls about, like, I think a girl got exposed or something, and he wanted to see the video of her being exposed. So when he did that, I was kind of just like, oh, he's one of them. Like, I already know, but I didn't think too much of it. I went up to mind my business. Cool. Next year, I end up getting his class. We chatting it up. He always like you could just tell. I don't know. It's just signs. And then he would always like try to keep me like after his class. Like when everybody would go to lunch, he wanted me to like sit in there and eat lunch with him. And we would just chat it up. And then eventually he started like giving me money. And then I was like, and then eventually he followed me on Instagram. And, you know, things led to another. And yeah, I have like a really good grade in his class. I'm not gonna fail, especially because the class is math, so it's really, really hard. I'm so bad at math, so I'm so grateful for him being a math teacher because the year is going to go by as a breeze. Love him. I think he has a wife. I don't know. But if he has a wife, then I would say that like I would stop talking to him. But at the same time, this is my grade on the line, so I don't know. I don't know. Just can we wait till I graduate? I'm dating.
Shaking my head, shaking my head. Do y'all want to know the difference between men and women? Do y'all want to know the real difference? The real difference between men and women is women will damn near do anything to make it. Women will do damn near anything to make sure that they get into prime position. They will make sure that they do what it takes to climb the ladder. That's the difference between men and women. Some of you men, y'all wave the white flag. You're not willing to put in no work. You're not willing to do what it takes. Listen, the women out here, today's women, today's modern women, they will do just about anything. Get in the dirt, get with married men. Listen, they will do whatever it takes. Listen, y'all still think this is your future wife, by the way. This is your future wife. Y'all still think women are just so pure out here, huh? Y'all just think women are just so lovely and just little soft little doves who's gonna come and sweep your heart away, huh? You little simp gumps, huh? Listen, man, I keep telling y'all, many of these women, right? Many of these girls, they've been getting down and dirty since the age of 13 or 14. Y'all don't want to hear this though. This is too much for your ears. This is too much for your ears. You don't want to hear this. You don't want to accept this. This is the fact of the matter. Many of them have been doing this since 13, 14 years old. And then by the time they get 25, 26, they want to turn their lives around to the Lord, to the good old Lord, right? They start going to church and they start reading their Bible. They start reading their Quran. They start getting their life back on track after they done had about 300 bodies, them being a party after party, getting trains ran on them. They done slept with teachers. They done slept with married men. They done been sugar babies. They done did everything up under the sun. And then they repackage it and they sell it to you. They sell it to the everyday average Joe Smo who just, they don't want to believe anything, right? He ignores the past, right? Or she, better yet, she probably just lies to you about it. She hides it because why do you need to know? Listen, this is happening more often than none, right? This is happening more often than none, right? Listen, you got to realize once women once they start to develop, it is over with for the most part. Once they start to develop, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter if the dad is around. Now, it's even worse. It's definitely even worse if the dad isn't around. Now, she's just out there wilding. But it does not matter if the dad is around, the dad ain't around. It does not matter. Many of these women, they get their inspiration from social media. They get inspiration from these 304s who are basically saying, hey, listen, if you need this, he wants you to do this. Hey, you need to cough up that punani. Hey, if you want some money, this is how you get it, right? If a man is gonna deal with you, listen, you need to tell him to cough up. Welcome to modern day, gentlemen. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to 2025 and beyond, where most women are for sale. Most women are for sale and they starting early. Some of them, they get into the prostitution, some form of prostitution, some form of the XEX game early on. They're selling, listen, you got girls who are selling feet pictures at the age of 13 and 14. They're already selling feet pictures. They're already on Instagram talking to some older guys. Listen, when I was in high school, there were grown men. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, because if you ever been in high school, if you ever been in public school, you know for a fact there were a handful of girls, probably more than a handful, who were talking to older guys. Remember that? Remember being a junior or remember being a sophomore, right? Being around 15 years old and you knew a girl who was dating a guy in college and he was around 25, 26, yeah. Had her by 10 years, would come and pick her up in his car and everything. Yeah, nobody would say a word. Everybody knew, yeah. What you think? You think that you just think it ceased to exist now? No, it's gotten much worse. Now they don't have to come and pick them up. Now they just send them, they just shoot them a DM. That's all they do. And girls are willingly exploring this, right? Listen, man, you have nursing students who are, giving it up to the professor so they can pass, right? You got degreed women who are giving it up to the professor so they can pass. You got grade school girls who are giving it up to the teacher so they can pass, right? Listen, it's a dirty game. This is what I'm trying to let y'all know. None of these women are innocent. The sooner you accept this, the better off that you will be. The better off that you will be mentally, because then you just won't get bamboozled, right? Where a lot of men go wrong is they come into it with this pansy mind, this innocent mind, this dang on delusional mind. Yeah, my girl do this, my girl don't do that, and yeah, ninja, you about to see. And then when the history finally unfolds itself, or when she does something and regurgitate back to her past self, then you looking like Scooby-Doo. You looking like, right? Now you're looking all crazy. Listen, it was already in her system from the get-go. You just refuse to do your due diligence. You just refuse to check the Carfax. A lot of men are not checking the Carfax. Listen, I was talking to this chick and she was telling me, she had a sugar daddy by the age of what? 15, 16, right? She had a sugar baby. Listen, man, she had a sugar daddy. She started with her sugar daddy at around age 16, right? 15, 16, when he approached her and offered her money and this, that, and the third. And guess how old the guy was? Guess how old? She's 15, 16. Guess how old the guy is, right? Around his 50s. Around his 50s, but y'all still want to sit here thinking that women are just not put up on game. You think they ain't smashing and they just hold so much integrity. Yeah, listen, nah, it ain't happening that way, right? I know chicks at my job right now who have, gave up a piece of punani for some promotions. Listen, it happens. It's gonna happen. Listen, man, we just gotta understand that. Listen, we wasn't gifted with the sweet watery guts between our legs. We wasn't gifted automatically with power. Women were born with power, honestly, right? If they're pretty, even average, right? If they're pretty to beautiful, right? And they have punani in between their legs, listen, the world opens up for them. Men, we have to fight for our power, right? We have to fight for our grades. We have to fight for that boat. We have to fight for the Maserati. We have to fight for the Benz. We have to fight for the Lambo. We have to fight for those things, right? All a woman gotta do is open her legs and she can ride in a Lambo. She can get on a boat, right? That's all it takes for them, right? They do live life on easy mode. And shouts out to the women. I gotta give a special shout. Shouts out to the women who don't do it, right? I know I'm not throwing all women under the bus, but it's damn near most of y'all, right? It's damn near most of y'all. But shouts out to the women who don't do any of that, who work for their money, right? Who grind for their money and they don't open their legs to get ahead of the game. Shouts out to you. I'm not talking about y'all. But for the rest of you, for the 90% of you other hoes, listen, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just trying to wake men up to understand the game is dirty, right? Y'all out here trying to put your full trust into a woman. Y'all out here trying to give these hoes your heart. No, keep your heart, Two Steps. Keep your heart. These girls are smart. What's the song? What's the song? Right? Listen, don't give a woman your heart because you're gonna find out the hard way. You're gonna find out some things that you don't want to know. Right? This is the dark reality. Right? While you were at your friend's house playing video games, you had your Call of Duty mic on. You over there playing shoot 'em up, bang bang. You over there playing GTA. Ninja, she was getting her hair pulled and her guts pulled out while you was over there playing video games. Ninja, you was still a virgin. You didn't start hitting nothing. You didn't get your first punani until you got to college, Ninja. You didn't get your first punani until you turned 18. Meanwhile, she was over there smashing your math teacher, Ninja, getting her guts pushed out, getting her throat pushed in. Listen, don't hate the messenger. Don't hate the messenger. This is the game. Men need to get their head up out of their ass. This is what's happening. And I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying this is actually criminal, right? This is criminal. But we got to keep the facts, right? We got to keep the facts. Y'all thinking women are starting at 18. Y'all still thinking women are starting at 21. No, she's smashing a math teacher at 16, Ninja. Right? She's smashing a math teacher at 14, Ninja. She's getting down and dirty and on her knees. These women understand now, right? They've already been programmed to be like this now. Listen, society has programmed them enough that most of them are prostitutes. Most of them are for sale. Even at a young age, most of them are for sale. They know that they can sell their bodies. They know that they can sell their femininity. They know that they can sell that box. They know that they can sell that booty. They know that they can talk sweet to a ninja. They know that they can whisper in your ear. They know that they can do these things, and they know that they can charge a pretty penny for it. They know this early on. This is why I keep telling y'all that you do not have enough game to mess with these modern day women. You just don't, right? Unless you just top of the line guy and you've been around the block and you know the game. And even then, right, even a top of the line guy can still fall prey to the highest level of manipulation, right? This is why so many women are so good at tricking you ninjas. Right? This is why so many women are good at putting that spell on you ninjas, because you got into the game late, ninja. By the time you got up on just a little bit of game, ninja, she already 10 years ahead, ninja. Right? Y'all gotta realize they've been dealing with grown men since the age of 13, 14. They've had to develop a defense system. They've had to develop a offense system as well. They've had to learn how to maneuver around grown, predatory men. They've had to learn how to do this early on, right? They've had to learn how to manipulate. They've had to learn how to do this, flirt, and all of this stuff. Understand what men want, understand what men are looking for. You just now getting in the game, ninja. You 25, ninja. You 26. You're just now learning a little game, right? The game that you do have can't even compete with the average chick, right? The game that you do have can't even compete with the average chick, ninja. Listen, hang it up. Hang it up. Listen, hang it up. Don't give these women your heart, because you're gonna get heartbroken, right? Don't get out here and think that, listen, every woman that you deal with, from now on, gentlemen, you need to go ahead and assume that she's a dirtbag. I'm sorry. I said it. Right? She could be a good person. Don't get me wrong. She can be a good person, but you need to go ahead and automatically assume that she's been a 304. I automatically assume, right? I've seen too much, right? I've seen too much, ninja. I was that guy in high school smashing some of these chicks, right? They were staying home when their parents went to work, ninja. Some of these chicks had boyfriends, ninja. Yeah, I was that ninja doing the dirtiest, nastiest things to some of the chicks that you're just now wifing. That is probably your girlfriend right now, ninja. I was putting that that digging stick up there. Yes, sir, ski up there, and the other hole, ninja. That was me. And now when she gets to you, she's all playing all innocent, ninja. She don't even let you go up the holes that I go up, ninja. She didn't even let you go up the hole because I tore it up, ninja. I ripped it out, right? So now you over there, you on a knee putting the ring on it, right? She over there acting all innocent like she's never done anything. Oh, I just been with one guy. I just been with two guys and no other guy. Have a guy ever did this to you? No, I've never done that, ninja. Yeah, she's lying. Most of these women are gonna lie to you. Most of these women are gonna lie to you. They're not gonna tell you the truth. Because if they tell you the truth, then you're gonna look at them like dirt bags, which most of them are dirt bags. They're flea bags. They're infested, ninja. Yes, they're tainted. Yes, but they're gonna put that spell on you. They're gonna pretend to be something that they're not. Listen, that's the classic game. Meanwhile, they sleeping with teachers. They sleeping with their professors, right? They trying to get ahead. They're bar girls. They're star tenders, right? They're OnlyFans models, right? They selling feet pictures. They were selling feet pictures since the age of 14. Men are just so gullible, right? But then when you present the material to men, they crash out. Nah, they start rubbing their eyes like, no, they can't be true, right? All the conservatives start losing their minds. Ninja, they like, no, this can't be. Yep, conservatives too, right? The women that claim to be conservative for you ninjas, yeah, them too. They selling feet pictures too. I'm sorry, man. Yep, they getting smashed too. Yep, she had BBC. Yes, yep, she did this. She had a train ran on her in college. Yes, she's done that. Yep, she had a sugar daddy. Yep, them too. All of them, ninja. The sooner you get this through your head, the sooner you understand that the game is dirty. Don't trust these women out here. They're gonna lie to you. They've been active since before you, ninja. When you just started learning how to use the urinal, ninja, they was already active out here in these streets. Keep your head on the swivel, ninjas. And that is an after pill. Peace.